A big thank you to everyone. We're excited. This is a site visit on the 27th of the 7th, July 2025. And this is the end of the Series 1, which is 30 of 30. So please take a look at the other 29. Together, they're going to give you an incredible amount of knowledge, opportunity, and hope that there is a future away from the chemical dependence, the massive cost and the destruction of our soils. You'll understand what our focus and what our love and passion is to sustainability. So we've developed a system, a symbiotic partnership, combined with this very powerful worm casting fertilizer, SOS organic fertilizer, and together they are doing something that no other no other system can do. No other fertilizer by itself, no other organic, no other chemical. And now we're launching our drone services. Drones are so vital to offer the speed, the cost, and the application of fertilizer and so much more. So we are going to offer the very best quotations and services, because we're not in it for the money with the drones. We're not in it for the money. We want the progress of sustainability, innovation in organic sustainability. This is what we're in it for. Enjoy this. Please reflect on the 30. But Series 2, now that we've completed our 30 of 30 series, which is, it's the pioneering. We've chosen to demonstrate in the practical growth and what we do. And we're revealing a lot of secrets, a lot of hacks. These videos now, we're just cutting by hand because we're doing research ongoing, and we're actually weighing and measuring and doing all types of research based on individual trees, because we're fertilizing them in different, we've got different numbers of trees. We're allowing different growth patterns. In other words, cutting them every 3 weeks, every 3 days, every month, every 6 months. Because with this data, we pass on to the benefit to our clients, saving them a fortune in money, creating organic growth and without the use of chemicals. That's what it's all about. Have a look at the biomass.
That one all inside there, John?
Yes, on Sunday the 27th of July 2025. Okay, it's been some time. I think about 6 weeks since we've been to the farm, because we've been so busy with other projects. But anyway, progress and the growth. We've been about 10 days now without any rain. Okay, and the vetiver is so lush still. And you can see here the harvest has been with some of these young trees here. First time harvest, 1 or 2 pieces. You can still see how healthy that's pure organic. Okay, have a look at the biomass here with all these trees here. And this is insulation because it protects it from droughts, from floods, and it's increasing the ripening and the FFB growth without any chemicals whatsoever. Have a look at these trees here, how much vetiver around them. Now they're becoming this mature. What we're doing now is we're harvesting the vetiver now. We normally use the grass cutters, and we're going to have autonomous machinery very shortly to start cutting with mowers, AI driven, with sensors. But right now, for our ongoing research, we're just cutting by hand, because we are doing our due diligence in our real R&D. Okay, so we're pumped and excited about today. You can see our experienced cutter here. As I said to you, we normally use grass cutters. See the end result. Now you wait till you see the growth that we're going to experience. Now these are 6-12 months old, so the speed of production, the biomass is going to be absolutely, it'll speak, let the results speak louder than words. And look how healthy and mature, so look how healthy and green and lush the leaves are, and the fruiting has increased without any chemicals. So this is really something. Now you can harvest, now at this phase, of this maturity, you can harvest once a month or once every 6 months. Here's one that's 9 months. See, we just cut this now. Look how beautiful that looks. Now you're going to see in the next few days be 1 foot, 2 foot of real lush green, super miracle solution for mulching and symbiotic partnership. Okay, great progress with these hedge. These are composting hedges. See, there's been a lot of slowdown with the due to the weather. But look at the beautiful growth. Now we know when we planted these, they had very little root system. They were bamboo shoots or very young bulbs, so they survived. We didn't do any extra watering away from the weather, right? And they've grown so successful. Now the dry leaves are very normal when there's a lack of moisture, especially before the roots are established. You can see and look how much has dropped down. 50% of the fronds has dropped. Okay, this is what you call symbiotic. This is high-tech, eco-friendly, super composting. Okay, you can see here now these are becoming so much more beautiful and strong. Have a look at this. There's four major composting beds, which we call symbiotic SOS vetiver boxes. Here's this big one, the long one. So you can imagine, look at all these now of 3 or 4 times themselves in numbers. Now, like I said, it's very super dry for these youngsters, but they will not die. It's impossible. Even these root systems will be half a metre deep. It rains once a week. We don't know when the next rain comes, but we're expecting some big, long droughts here. Nobody knows, but it's definitely forecast. So this is where the miracle solution, helping the roots, the symbiotic partnership with these deep root plants will bring up all that moisture from underneath. Okay, these trees here, look at the size, look at the colour and the fronds. These are all recovered from very bad disease, and these are the slow performing tree areas. So here's some very nice size. Oh, look at the size of this fruit here. Okay, these were picked from the 100% pure. These are the vetiver grass, the Chrysopogon Z90. Okay, this is something very, very special. Okay, so this is what we call the new method, the new symbiotic partnership. A beautiful example, see? Yeah, oh, it's a little egg bar. Oh, look, we have to carefully move it. Can someone look after this? Look at this. This is Mother Nature. They love the green, the lush. This is an absolute beautiful example of how this is a haven. Okay, now we're cutting this here. I'll give this to one of these beautiful friends of the family, and they'll look after it for me. They understand. We preserve nature. This is our big. Look how flat. Look how much that's composted. That is just beautiful. Okay, here I'm going to give this to the girls now. Okay, today is the 27th of July 2025. Again, another site visit. Again, we're showing and demonstrating about the harvesting, the cutting. Again, we've shared multiple videos that we use grass cutters, and we're about to use drones. Drones with AI surveillance and technology. We're going to be using proper lawnmowers, which are going to be for the what we call the autonomous machines, which have got so many grass cutters out there like mowers, but they're designed and they're going to be able to cut any height perfectly, and even rake up the leafler. So they're so straightforward in drone technology, and we've got a global consultancy firm. We are endorsing them. They're going to be our global consultants, okay, in the American company, but they're global. So we are serious about drone work. We are going to be designing special additional technology for special planting and special sprays and formulas for our for biometeoration. Okay, unlike we've seen no other. See, we just harvested this one. You see, it was the same as that. Okay, have a look at it now. Now, you imagine we're going to show you even next week. It'll be 1 foot, about 1 foot a week, because these now about 1 metre, 1.5 metres deep roots. Now, why they looked a bit dry, again, they've still got shallow enough roots that they will suffer. They won't die, only a percentage of the leaf. The roots are all alive. The bulbs are all alive. absolutely, look at this here. The growth and the fruit, even though this is a slower season for everyone, this is still performing. This is still above average. And totally natural, without chemicals. Okay, again, for our research and development, this is for next week. We're going to be using the grass cutters, but we just need to pick about 10 trees with these Christopogans F90, the VERUM X SOS. We renamed them. Look at the biomass. Look how much of the bamboo shoots they've grown. Now, once again, the farmers don't have to leave them this big, or they can even harvest once a 6 months or once a year. And there's total advantages of either which way, but we'll be able to recommend as consultants, as your suppliers, of the benefits, because it's subject to your labour, your water, and your soil conditions. But the reality is the biomass that they produce. Okay, have the size of this one. Yeah, correct. Thank you. Here's a big one here. We planted a big one here. Okay. Okay, you can see here we've harvested about 5 trees to show and demonstrate, because next week we're going to be planting and using the multiple grass cutters, because we've got hundreds of trees to harvest and cut, because the drier season is coming. As soon as it starts drying up, see, this is a tree that's already been cut down. Now we'll be cutting some only in half, so those other half will shoot very fast. There's a lot of reasons, because there's more shade, there's more moisture. Okay, there's more. Look at this beautiful biomass here. There's so many. This is real high protein, the highest protein you can get. Okay, let me just come over here again. You can see here, look at these large ones here. You can see now what they're doing. So it's going to supercharge all the energy, and all that nutrients are going to go into the root system. So, and they not only root system, they shoot from the side. There's more bulbs and more the width. There's the little powerful ones. These are all very beautiful, deep, healthy, 100%. You can see some of these are still shooting green, but some of the ones which are older, due to the heat, like I said, they will dry up. But that doesn't mean that in a dry spell, then they'll never die, because the roots go beyond the top layer. That's the power. This is a this is a drought resistant and flood resistant miracle solution. So a beautiful example for today. This is the harvest I just did yesterday. Okay, these are young trees, but you can see the size of these and the quality and the healthiness of them. Okay, these are what, 20 kilo, 15 kilo? Healthier. They're very powerful for a young tree, huh? The owners here. So these were all these mature, when I say mature, they're 8 months old, some were 6 months, some were 9 months old. You can see this one here. Look at that. Now all that mulch is going to come back after we remove the bamboo shoots. So we're going to harvest, we're going to propagate them and bring them back for new planting. Okay? And these are all going to be lush, green, perfect, and they're not going to dry with no weather condition. Unless it's extreme, right? When I say extreme, real heat, a drought for 3 weeks, 5 weeks, some leaves, but they won't die. The bulbs won't die. Just leaves will die, but their new leaves keep shooting all the time, because they're the moisture's in the depth, like these ones. We're going to leave these ones longer. We're going to leave these ones longer. Yeah, have a look at this here. This one here, because it's closer to the water, you can see it's a lot more greener, because it's deliberately watered for our research purposes. And have a look at the quality and the size of that fruit there. That's massive. Look at the size of that FFB there. It's really a big one. Look at that in the middle. Okay, no chemicals, no pesticides. Okay, this is the power. This is VERUM X SOS. These are the fertilizer. These are there's a sign fell in here. I'll tidy it up. There we go. This says it all. SOS organic fertilizer, Okay, community development farming project for cooperative. Okay, oh, this is one of the banners we pinched. Okay, we own it. See, VERUM X is VETIVER, RUMPUT means grass extreme. Okay, but we're very, very excited about this. Okay, I'm being more than excited because the results talk louder than words, huh? Okay, so today, for our research and demonstration purposes, we can see that we've cut these now today, the leaf, because they're all going to grow back very, very fast. Okay, and they're going to be very lush green. The deeper roots will create a leaf, a very young, bright green leaf, as clearly seen elsewhere. But due to the roots going deeper down, then they don't need watering anymore, only the weather. They don't need hand watering. This is a very important fact to see this here on the side. They haven't cut. They keep growing. Look how green and lush they are. So you can imagine these now. They're going to grow wider, deeper, and they're going to grow back very, very fast. Okay, so it creates the hedge, because we can't let them. We could leave them without cutting them, but that's not the method of fast tracking and clever agriculture for you. Okay, so this is the way to do it. Now we've actually got a pump going over here, because these nurseries, these actual plots here are research plots. They are for water. When it's waterlogging, they suck up all the water. There's no more waterlogging problems on this farm. There's no more drought problems on this farm. And look how clay, this is old soil, which is basically poisoned with chemicals for years. It's the dead soil syndrome. Have a look at the condition of that soil. There's a beautiful vetiver grass that grew right next to it. We're planting this beautiful, look at this one here in a pot. We're planting another large cluster, okay, today. Okay, from a tray, and we're just planting another real mature, just adding to this section here. Yeah, slowly, got the shovel? Look. Yep. Look at that, that's how to do it. Increasing the biomass, because look what's in front of this. These are going to be, these big clusters here are for the mulch. See this one here? So we put this mulch, the leaf, on top of the fronds. So we're supercharging the nutrients and the value of the actual the fronds, because we're increasing the nutrients and the breakdown and the protection of the fronds. See the spraying that we do there? That's a pure liquid SOS fertilizer. So we're very, very pleased to share this. This is what we call our intellectual property. We're showing our hacks, because you're going to get results. You imitate this, but employing us as your consultant is the ultimate. No, hello. Here's a beautiful example. This vetiver grass solution, this VERUM X SOS system that we've developed, and we've mastered the art of fertilizing and using it as a mulch. This is the results. An increase in the quality, in speed of the colouring and the speed of the maturity of the harvest. This is a fact, okay? And the increase. There is a slight increase, and sometimes quite a big 10%, 20%, but there's an increase with no chemicals. We're very realistic. We don't have to exaggerate. Actually, we're under-exaggerating. In the coming months, we won't be under-exaggerating. The results are going to speak much later, because data's coming in. But the facts are already here. The facts are already here. And these trees, you can see today's date, is it the 26th of July the 7th, 2025, and you'll see the speed of biomass. This is biomass. Weight and number of the leaf, and there's another bulker bag. Now next week we're going to be bringing 6 bulker bags, and we'll be rotating them and put them in a truck. There's going to be a lot. We've got massive tree numbers here. We've got over 450 trees here. So, and we'll be using a couple of grass cutters, and we'll be still using the actual hand cutters, because that's more specific type of cut for our drone research and development. Okay, so yeah, we're very, very excited, very, very thankful. If it wasn't for our sponsors, we couldn't be doing the numbers and the things that we're doing. And you know who you are. A big call out to Paul, John, okay, Moses. There's many, many of yous out there. Randall, you know who you are. And your contribution and your support, any little support goes a long way. And don't forget, we never requested you to do this. We're doing this under our own capacity. And we know with our numbers of people wanting our services that we're going big in 2026. And we're starting some mega farms, which is really expensive for us. Okay, we're not getting paid. Okay, this is coming out of our pocket, but for the research and the marketing and the building of our YouTube and TikTok, it's worth it. Okay, so if anyone wants to support us in any which way, talk to us. Any small support would be much appreciated. We've never asked ever before, and this is just a really big thank you for the people who chose to invest with us in small money, but very, very important. Okay, an end of another powerful harvesting and planting day today. So we are SOS Organic Fertilizer R&D Division. Our system and our brand is the VETIVER VERUM X SOS. Okay, it's VETIVER Grass or VETIVER RUMPUT. This is our Malaysian project. XTREME SOS Organic Palm Oil Plantation Project, SABAH Sustainable Agriculture. There's our WhatsApp number. There's our YouTube and TikTok. Okay, we just harvested these fantastic palm oil trees, and you can see now that the end of the VETIVER, the VERUM X SOS, it's been harvested, and it's going to grow so fast, the biomass. See, this big compost, this big, no, yours, you have. See this new one we planted today? Okay, this section here at the end of this massive compost pile, the front, now it's dropped about 60% based on the photos and the videos previously, but we haven't fully activated it. We did activate it, we spot activated it. Next week we're going to activate. It's been, I think, 1 month. We've had some other massive projects and weather issues and so much happening on a global scale with quotations. So we'll be coming back next week, and basically every week or second week, because we're still planting, we're still harvesting. This is a major research, a major successful, very, very successful organic palm oil tree plantation. Okay, subject to the timing and the nature of your request, we are able to bring only by appointment people to this site because it's private, subject to the circumstances. We have got multiple farms we've started, and they're created for exhibition purposes of bringing people. Okay, so this same hedge here, we'll be harvesting this in another week or two or a month. You can see how beautiful they're growing. Again, they're stressed a little bit because of the, well, in fact, they're growing strong, but it is a drought. There is a definitely a reduction in the weather. There's extreme weather, but this is a beautiful example of extreme. I see someone forgot to pick this up. This is a beautiful example. It's not a problem. I forgot it's only a bit of But that there is harvested. We call this, maybe that was the reason it was done for. It's called cut and drop. So we take the tops off. Now, you know how big these grow. Okay, you've seen how big they grow. Bigger than me, I'm 6 foot, 1 metre wide. About 4 of them can fill a bulker bag up. So they're going to be getting cut, harvested by about 50% of them and thrown on the top of the leaf mulch. Can you imagine the protein that is about 36%, 32 to 36% crude protein due to the deep roots? And we're fertilising them with an SOS high-grade closed loop worm casting fertiliser. Can you just imagine the protein level of this vetiver grass? You combined it with the mulch. You combine it with the nutrient level of the fronds is very little. Okay, it's not a complete, it's better than none. But this technique, you see how beautiful it looks now than the way it looked. There's one that's not harvested today, same condition. Okay, and there's 4 of them. Remember, we got videos. Look how big they are here. They'll be all cut next week. Same as this, but these were going to be 1 foot, half a foot. Some would be maybe 1.5 foot. Beautiful fresh leaves shooting out, and give it 1 month, and they'll be 4 foot. It's 4 weeks, isn't it? Okay, it is subject to the weather, because if it's really dry, it might be half that much. If it's good soak and rain, it'll be more. Okay, because they are got the privilege of getting fertilised now and again. So. Well, there's another big one. This tree here was the real big mature ones. Remember today, this is one of the feature trees. They were massive with big bamboo shoots. You can see the big mature bamboo shoots with knuckles. And you can see what they look like now. I'll just close up on that. I might just show you my hand here. Okay, you can see your hand, and look how thick and big they are. Look at that knuckle there. You can imagine they're all going to shoot biomass. Okay, everyone knows now the power of engaging drone services for spraying of fertilizer, pesticides, and so much more. We're focusing on organic agriculture. We offer a total solution due to our marketing and educating the world of agriculture for our SOS organic fertilizer and our vetiver grass technology. You know, our website, YouTube, TikTok is focused on educating and training and removing and minimizing and stopping the chemical use. So our drone services, we are now starting, and we're excited about offering special prices, and we are able to now spray more, fertilizer more, faster, cheaper, more effective. The weather's not affecting the soil, the ability and transport. There's so many benefits. I don't have to sell the power of it, but the price is a big issue to a lot of people in these early days of spraying, and either buying or requesting companies, professional drone companies, to spray. Well, we're offering that professional service at unbeatable prices. We are here to promote our fertilizer, our vetiver grass, and we're going to extend that. We will accept any inquiry, and we will then pass it on to our proven